Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne. I'm here to show you a little bit more about DaVinci Resolve. Please look at my previous video and you can see how to download and install it for Windows. If you need to know how to do it for Mac, I don't have that information for you because I don't have a Mac. But there are other tutorials out there that can show you how to do it, and it's pretty much the same thing anyway. Kind of winging it today. Decided to use my phone to record to see how this really works and how it looks. I'm using my digital camera to record my audio because I prefer external audio. I have used small mics before with my phone and I'm not a huge fan of that yet. Maybe I can clean it up later in DaVinci using their audio tools, which I probably will do. So let's do that another day. But today we are actually going to go over the interface of DaVinci. Now let's get to it. First, we're going to go through and create a project and getting a little bit more comfortable with the media, cut, and edit interface. If you get bored, you know what? Just have a banana. You can be bored with things like this, but in the long run, things get better. So we're going to open up DaVinci. You can either go down here onto your taskbar, press a button, open DaVinci Resolve, or you can go over to your icons. So when you open up, let's just look at the database window here to get a little bit of an understanding as to what it is and where these projects are being saved. You can adjust the size of your icons. If you get a lot of projects, it might be a little bit better to have them smaller. We have a restore, which you can restore from backups. And you can also search your projects library. You can also see where your local database projects are saved. Right now, I have them saved to my users. From what I understand, reading and writing from the same drive is not good. It slows things down. Having a separate drive for your projects, media, and your cache, which are your temporary files, is kind of key. You want to be efficient. I've also seen people put their project library on an external drive. So I'm going to go through that in another tutorial. So we got your networks drives, but that's usually if you are connected to a network, and it looks like they've got a cloud, which would probably be really beneficial. Your projects will probably be saved to it. I have never tried the Blackmagic Cloud. I did pay for it, so I should probably try it out. At the moment, we're just going to stick to learning the interface. To start a new project, you go to the bottom right here and you say new project, and then you can name it whatever you'd like. So I'm going to say test and create. And you can see at the top here that you are in your project. Just in case you're using multiple projects and jumping back and forth to things, you have to make sure you're in the right one or whatever. And once it's open, it will automatically go to the cut page. You can see all these little tabs below. You have media, cut, edit, fusion, color, Fairlight, and deliver. Your media, that's your footage, that's your images, that's your sound that you've recorded, that's anything you want to bring into your project and create something with. That is what we would call media. And the cut page is kind of a nitty-gritty version of the edit page. It's meant for rapid fire editing, or if you just need to cut out the junk and just use specific portions of the media you have ingested. Let's say you have a file that's about an hour long, a person talking in an interview, and you just want certain time codes, their introduction and then the ending. It's very easy to take certain portions and then just put it into your timeline. So basically you'll have a rough cut of your timeline. I'm going to show you how to use it in just a moment. Now we're going to go to the media tab. You will see our drives in the left-hand corner here. And basically that's where you're going to import your media from. So I'm going to go to D and you're going to see a whole bunch of things here. And I've got my footage folders. So you can also sort your files by file name, real name, start time code, f-stops, audio channels, date created, date modified, ascending, descending. I like a list view personally. I hate using the icon views. It's up to you what you want to do. And we're going to bring in DaVinci tutorials. So I've already organized my files before
import because it does make things easier for you in the long run. Now your master is your master project, and that will have all of your bins, and your bins are essentially folders. To bring in your media, what you need to do is highlight, right click. You'll see a bunch of options. Add folder into media pool, add folder and subfolders into media pool, add folder and subfolders into media pool, and create bins. An easier way, at least I find, is to drag and drop. Highlight the file that you'd like and then drag directly underneath your master. And this will ask you to change project frame rate. Now, I normally change my project to the footage that I'm ingesting or the media that I am ingesting. And your file will import automatically as a folder and not as individual clips. So now we are going to look at our footage in our media pool. And the best thing about this is columns are customizable. You can choose file name, angle, audio bit depth, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is, but you know what? That's okay. We'll figure it out. Or we just won't need it. To be honest with you, we probably will not need it. Oh, the best thing about this, if you want to be very organized, let's just say you were filming your own short film and you have multiple shots of the same thing over and over and over again. You can watch them through and indicate which one is a good take and then move on to your edit page. This current tab and interface is meant to organize your project before you get to the edit phase. I don't even know what this is. Oh, looks like 2 windows or 1. What's the double? Ooh. I don't like that. Yeah, I like this one better. Well, maybe that's each bin. So we got 2 if we wanted this way, because now we can have viz under here and intro under here, right? Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. So our VO is open under here and our intro is up here, and you can have a look at them both at the same time if you are super fast and super cool and you can do pretty much anything. Wow. I also go through and color code my footage. So you'd highlight all your clips, right click, clip color, make it anything you want, and you'll see why when we get to the edit portion. So I'm just gonna make those bad boys green, and we're gonna go to our viz. I'm gonna make those bad boys teal. So when you're in this media tab, if you knew something was a problem prior to starting your edit, let's say you need to increase the volume because it's all too low and you don't want to have to do it individually. Highlight all your clips, increase the volume from here. This is the inspector window, which basically just shows you all of your options that you can do with your clips. And then you can always, look at your metadata too. So it tells you where it's saved to, what it is. It's 1920 by 1080 at 2997. Anyway, there's a lot to cover for the media tab. There are kind of endless possibilities for what you can do to your footage prior to getting it to the cut stage. I will do tutorials on specifics at another time. All right, let's take a break and take a sip of water if you guys are still following along. Now we're going to head over to the cut tab. We're going to go through this pretty quick. And by pretty quick, I mean not at all quick, because this fucking takes forever. So all of your files will show up here. This will be your master pool. This is my first clip that I'm going to work with, and we can see this in a preview. Look at that. How cool. We got a weird face. You can scrub through by clicking and dragging. Now this is also where you can learn the JKL option. J is rewind, K is pause, and then L is fast forward. And if you click it more than once, the little icon here is going up and up and up. You can scrub through and choose what you want to place into your timeline. Like I said, this is the quick and dirty version. What I personally like to do is do an in and an out, which I have as I and O. As you can see, it's highlighting the area of the clip that you're going to be inserting into your timeline. Now my insert is B. You can change that. My next tutorial will be how to map your keyboard. Now you can go through your other clips. Cool, I want that too. That's great. Now I'd like to insert it at the end of this clip. A really great option if you don't have your keyboard set up yet, you can use Smart Insert. Smart Insert means to insert a clip at the edit point located nearest to the player head. And the player head is the red line that's on your timeline. You can move that back and forth. Basically, you can use that to scrub through your timeline really quickly. That also indicates where you can place a clip in your timeline. Append just means it'll go to the end of a clip that's already in your timeline. And this will overwrite. I will go through those in another tutorial as well, but the main thing you'd need to know at this point is insert. You can also drag and drop into your timeline. Super easy. Love that for everyone. Video and audio, it's on one track for your cut tab because your audio is linked to it. And you'll see that it's different in your edit view. I did record external audio, so I'm going to add that in now. I'm gonna go back to our master and we're gonna do VO. You can scrub through and choose. I know that's like the beginning of my video clip and I like that cut. So I'm gonna add that into A3. So as you can see, it's now underneath, and as long as it matches up or it syncs up, then you're all good. Okay, a little bit more on the cut page if we feel to, because why not, right? Boring detector. DaVinci knows. It needs a banana. Edits longer than blank seconds are boring. So it actually will warn you, hey, you've got an edit that's 3 minutes long. That's too much. Get out of here. Anyway, that's fun. You still have your inspector window. You can choose how you view your clips. Icon view, list view, metadata, all of that. And it tells you how long your sequence is. This here tells you where you are on your sequence. And that's just scrubbing through really quickly. Make sure you have all of your content in your timeline to start with. There are other things that you can do for effects for each individual clip, but that's also not necessary at the moment. This timeline here is zoomed out and you can see all of your clips inside your sequence. And this down here is a zoomed in version of your timeline. This is just simply chunking out items, placing it into your timeline. You might have hours and hours worth of footage, and it's way easier to have it all sorted prior. Have fun with this tab. It's actually a really great feature. So that's kind of fun. Now we're going to go to the edit tab. This is where the magic happens, as they say. Master again, because we like our items to be organized. So this window is a lot like the cut window, but it is a little bit different because we have this great sequence here, which we can zoom in and out of and make it larger for the tracks. You can stretch them up and down. There are keyboard shortcuts to stretch your tracks. I will show you how to do that in another video. So this interface right now, I have it on one screen. Usually people have two screens or a very wide screen. You want a lot of real estate with this type of software. Two screens is great because you really can't see it on just one screen. Like there's so many windows and options that you kind of want to have open all at the same time. But you can always work with what you got. And you can organize it. Like I said, I like the list view. It's my favorite. And my other favorite thing about this is the preview window. So this is your preview window. And this is your timeline, which is just below here. And that's the most important thing you need to know, to be honest, about this entire interface. Anyway, you can still do the exact same thing that you just did in the cut page. So you can do your in and outs and you can place clips right into your timeline. Or you can click and drag. And these little icons here that will pop up, this is audio only and this is video only. So if you only want to insert video, you click on that and you drag and drop. If you only want to ingest your audio, you click on that and drag and drop. If you click on the timeline settings button here, you can also change the views of your timeline, but I like film strip view. Audio waveforms are actually quite important because you can see if you A, have them, or B, don't. You can change your video height this way or your audio height this way. This is snapping, and snapping, it will just click directly to your clip that you want to go towards. I have mapped almost all of these to my keyboard already for ease of editing and efficiency purposes. Once you get used to this interface, you will be able to do that and things will become a little bit more intuitive. It'll just be better. Anyway. Zooming into your timeline is pretty beneficial. That's zooming into your player head, wherever it's at. Your select tool, pretty much the best thing ever. And that's your cut So you go and bang, cut. So you make an edit there. So now that we have ingested some clips and gotten a little bit more comfortable and realized, hey, it's okay if you move things around. Command Z will actually reverse things. You can reverse quite far into your mistakes, which I've noticed. Our effects tab, that can add a whole bunch of great automated effects that DaVinci has already installed onto your free version or your studio version. And they are very, very helpful for when you're editing and make your edits look pretty cool. You can also have your sound mixer window show, and you can see your audio levels here. So now to bring it back to why I colored my clips, the VO is green, which is my external audio. My intro and outro clips are teal, and my screen recordings, I made those tan or beige. So when you zoom out of your timeline, you can see that each item has its own track. All right, so there you go. That's the end of my video of a quick overview of DaVinci's interface for the media, cut, and edit tabs. These have a lot to cover, so I can't get it all into one tutorial, but definitely don't be afraid to move things around. Command Z, that shit. Probably my favorite short key to have ever existed ever. Feel free to comment. Hope you guys are less afraid of the interface of DaVinci.
All right, thank you so much everyone for watching my video on DaVinci's interface. I hope you enjoyed it. I am super appreciative, whoever does. Like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also, you can see my tits in the next one. Just kidding. Goodbye.